my first question, what was the funniest thing you have seen in Armenia so far?
The funniest thing that I've seen in Armenia? Wow, that's a really good question. I want to say it's very strange to see Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, is an American food chain. And when you get to a place like Armenia, you're so excited to be on the other side of the world, away from all the Western influences, all the stuff that we think maybe not be the best thing for the world. And then you see a KFC, and you think, oh my God, why? Why do they let KFC in here? But I've also seen, they have a custom here in Armenia where men interlock their arms when they walk. And it's very unusual. You don't see that in the United States. And so when you see it here, when you first see it, you think, why are they doing that? But then I think that's a great idea. So I started walking with one of my producers. We started linking arms, and I actually thought, this is fantastic. We should adopt this in the West. It's time for us to catch up.
And a little bit serious question. After the Armenian genocide anniversary, have anything to do with your visit?
Well, it timed out. It actually was not the reason that we came was the 100th anniversary, but certainly adds a lot of importance to the visit. And so I think this all happened because I have an assistant who I've worked with for 5 years named Sona Movsesian, and she is always very active on behalf of the Armenian community in Los Angeles in the United States. And she's always talking about Yerevan. And a few years ago, she asked me to wear a Yerevan T-shirt, and she took a picture of it, and me wearing the Yerevan T-shirt, and she put it on the air. And she put it on Facebook, I think, and a lot of Armenians saw it and were very excited. And so I finally said to Sona, why don't I take you to Armenia, because she has never been. And so that was the story behind the trip. This is a story of me taking my assistant, who's also my friend, back to her country that she's never been to before. And we have a lot of fun adventures, but we also go to the Genocide Memorial. And so there's a lot of different elements to the program that's going to air in November in the States, and it will also be available here on the internet. And I want it to be a show that I went to Cuba a few months ago, and it was very successful. And it had a humanity and a sweetness to it that I wanted to bring to this episode. So it's us, me looking silly in different situations, but also us addressing some of the serious aspects of what's happened and just getting to know the people and making friends. So that's been the best part of the show, is just trying to make Armenian people laugh. And if they're laughing at me because they think I'm ridiculous, that's fine too.
And do you know that the U.S. doesn't recognize officially Armenia?
Yes, I do know that. And, it's been very controversial. And obviously, there's a lot of politics involved. And I'm not a politician. I'm not an expert on, I'm not a State Department official. I'm not an expert on world affairs. I know that it's very complicated because of Turkey's relationship with the United States. And there's a whole geopolitical set of questions that are beyond me, but I take it on a very human, simple level, which is I wanted to bring Sona here, and I wanted to experience her culture with her and meet her people with her. And you cannot come here and not go and visit the Genocide Memorial. It's an integral part of this country's history and Sona's history. So it was very moving to go. And to me, I just thought, well, I don't know what the politics are, but I'm not going to worry about that.
The Kardashian visited this spring Armenia, and jump into the...
Yes.
And do you have something to take up this challenge, something more curious? Did you do something?
I've done a lot of things. When you see the show, you'll see that I've done many, many, many things. I herd sheep up in Garni. In Garni, I went to Garni, and I'm herding sheep in traditional ancient clothing with Sona. We have a lot of adventures all around Yerevan. And I think people will see that I got very involved in the culture. I went to a lot of different places and had a lot of really fun interactions. And we really tried to explore as much of Yerevan and Armenia as we could in the time that we were here, in the 4 or 5 days that we were here. So I think people will be surprised at how much we actually accomplished while we were here. They'll see that we really did dive into the culture head first.
And my last question, you must have seen a lot of Armenia in US. Do they all of them have gold iPhones?
Do they all have, I'm sorry, what?
Gold iPhones.
Gold iPhones? No.
And so we've increased production on the gold iPhone, and we should have more available in just a matter of weeks.
Weeks? No, man. Rome wasn't built in weeks. It was built right now. You want iPhone Gold? I get you iPhone Gold.
No, I don't think so. I've not noticed. What I've noticed, the trait that I see with Armenians that live in the United States, especially in Los Angeles, where there are so many that live there now. Sona and her friends and her family, is that they're very intelligent people, but they're very also strong. They're very, and I don't just mean physically strong, spiritually very strong people, very strong-willed, and Sona has taught me a lot. Sona as a person has taught me a lot, and getting to know her family. And they're very impressive people, the Armenians. So.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
All right, take care.
Thank you.